$900. That's a lot of money when you think about it, even nowadays. And that's also about how much it costs every time someone is arrested for a misdemeanor here in Jacksonville. These are usually petty crimes. And the people who are being arrested are oftentimes in this cycle. They're homeless, they're living on the streets, dealing with mental illness, and they go to jail, then they get back out, they go to jail, they get back out. It seems like an endless cycle, right? We wanted to know, is there a solution to this? A solution that could potentially save taxpayers, us, money. Well, we found a very interesting program here in Jacksonville that identifies those people and works to get them on a path to success, to break that cycle. And those behind it say it's actually saving taxpayers money by keeping them out of jail.
All right, ready.
On a mission, these mental health professionals are hoping to solve some of Jacksonville's problems with homelessness and drug use, one person at a time.
The mental health offenders program has just been life-changing for so many people who are just stuck in this cycle of repeatedly getting incarcerated or repeatedly getting hospitalized.
Turn left onto West 27th Street.
James is a good example.
This team of a psychiatrist and social worker from the Sulzbacher Center is visiting a military veteran who'd fallen on hard times, struggling with substance abuse and schizophrenia.
I had problems with mental health, but I had to go to the hospital.
James spent much of this past decade without a place to live and without appropriate treatment, a downward spiral that resulted in petty criminal charges again and again. How many times have you been to jail?
10 times.
10 times. What was that like?
Bad.
Yeah. What'd you get arrested for?
Trespassing, violation of probation.
His life started to turn around when local mental health workers saw him at the jail as a prime candidate for a new pilot program called the Mental Health Offender Program, or MHOP.
So initially for the pilot, we created a list. So on that list, we had about 220 names.
Dr. Colleen Bell is the lead psychiatrist for the program, which she helped create. Her team works with police, prosecutors, public defenders, and judges to identify people who need mental health and drug treatment, not a sentence behind bars.
We were targeting misdemeanor offenders, so people that had severe mental illness, as well as crimes like trespassing, your more nuisance crimes, the people that we all agree don't belong in jail. They're not your career criminals. They're not violent. We've been able to help individuals. One individual was in jail on average every 10 days.
James went through the program and is now in aftercare. As part of that, he must continue to check in with the team, stay drug-free, and get those injectable medications to help manage his conditions. The social workers are helping him get his Social Security, as well as his veterans benefits and other welfare.
Hey, Magistrate Brady.
How are you doing?
I'm all right.
A big component is court. Magistrate Brooke Brady and another judge handle the MHOP program at the Duval County Courthouse.
So how's everything going on your own? I hear you're doing well.
They make sure that participants follow the rules and get the help that they need.
You've been doing okay?
Yep.
I heard you were negative on your drug screen. That's fantastic.
We watched your hearing. You showed a lot of mercy.
Yeah. So it's a very difficult population. We strive for progress, not perfection. Many of these people have come such a long way already.
Magistrate Brady says this seems to work incredibly well, getting people off the streets and into stable housing, cutting down on the small crimes, as well as jail and hospital costs. What has been the greatest success story?
We had a gentleman in our pilot program. He was arrested, I believe it was 97 times from 2017 until he came into our program. He was one of our first graduates of the program. He has not been rearrested. He's gotten his benefits.
Jacksonville's City Council allocated $600,000 for the project. The state of Florida appropriated another $700,000. That's a total of $1.3 million to run the program for now. With this money, the program is expanding to 40 participants. That's still a small percentage of the more than 200 people that authorities have identified as eligible. The cost is relatively low, according to program leaders, who help participants apply for benefits, which offset their living, rehabilitation, and medical expenses. Some stay at the Sulzbacher, others at hotels, apartments, or group homes. The pilot started with 20 people whose arrests cost $362,000. Since entering the MHOP program, their bill was a much more manageable $12,000. It's been life-changing for participants like Corey. Did you have a home?
No, I didn't have a home, no.
Where'd you sleep?
I sleep like really ain't go to sleep, but I slept like by some dinner places sometimes. Watching like Popeye cartoon.
He came into the program barely communicating. Now, he's grown and volunteers as a helping hand at the shelter.
You know, to see somebody that everybody else has sort of given up on and said, well, they're not going to be able to make it work in an assisted living or in their own apartment. We're the safety net of the safety net, and we're going to come in and we're going to say, no, this person deserves that chance. And to work with somebody like Corey and to see him blossom in the program, to see him want to give back. He wants to be here volunteering and watering our plants.
I know it's still super early on and we don't have that much data, but what we know so far is there are a lot of signs of success, some very promising results here, according to the researchers. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. We do have to point out that a lot of people either decide that they don't want to be in the program anymore, or they break the rules and after several chances are removed from it. So not every story is a success story, but it's the small victories. It's the people who do break that cycle, who do get a home, a job, a positive outlook on life that make everything worth it for those who work very hard day in and day out as part of this program. They say they hope to continue to grow, not just here in Jacksonville, but all across the country. Help people, save taxpayers money. For Solutionaries, I'm Vic Michelucci.
Solutionaries needs you to be part of the conversation. Your comments below will help us tackle new topics and track down solutions. And don't forget to subscribe.